Please, guys, please tell me like if my screen is not visible. I'm writing so much things. Okay. So this is my profile. I think now it's visible now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. My name, assistant professor, email IDs, and my website, my social media handler, my research areas. I'm a certified for NVIDIA and UiPath for teaching you. So I'm just like mentioning this public notice for regarding use of images. I'm not using any images that basically will issue of copyright. I hope you already know about Leading India, that you have already seen before. I think Sridhar have told you. So like this workshop is conducting under Leading India initiative, nationwide initiative. So it is handled by Deepak Garg, head of the CSE department. So if you want to see the projects, ideas, all these things, you can go to this website. So now we are starting with what is internet thing. So I'm going slowly by applications. What is IoT? What are the way you can use? So this picture is telling this is a fridge. I think everybody know. This is a refrigerator. We can say fridge. There's a person is there. The person I think is going outside because this door is there. You can identify those. Then going outside, the person, the fridge can identify, fridge can see the person is going outside, and the fridge is telling, don't forget to buy milk. Don't forget to buy milk. He is shouting. Fridge is shouting. Okay. So let me know, is it possible? Or maybe it is like a dream by a person. What do you think? Anyone, please? Is it possible like fridge is speaking, don't forget to buy milk?
No, sir.
To a person.
Maybe, sir,
Guys,
in future.
Maybe in future. So
maybe from IoT, sir.
Maybe from IoT, yeah, that is also okay. Maybe from IoT, but the question is it possible? First of all, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, is it possible now or later?
So depending on the technologies.
So you already the tech enthusiast. You are the you can say technical persons. So you have to tell like you have to tell the like according to technology, is it possible now or later?
Yes, sir.
Only
It is
to,
possible.
it is possible now.
Yes, sir, possible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can anyone tell me how it is possible? If you are saying it is possible now. How fridge can see, or how fridge can identify.
Sensor, sir.
Sensor, very good. Sensor can identify a person is going or whatever happening. That's great. So basically, guys, one more thing, like don't worry about that what you are speaking. So just try to open your mind and give a thought to the pictures. So you will surely get the answer. Nothing is typical. Okay. So please feel free to contact or feel free to speak. So this is 100% sure. It is 100% possible, and we can implement in now time. We have a technology that we can implement this kind of scenario. Okay. So basically, this fridge will identify anyhow that person is going outside, and we can let him know that please don't forget to buy milk according to the milk availability inside the fridge. Okay. To implement the application, we have to see all these four applications, all these four things. So first of all, you have to check, are you leaving the home? So basically, somebody is leaving home or not. We have to first identify this thing. Because suppose if somebody is sitting on chair and the fridge is shouting, please don't forget buy to milk. There is no benefit now. Benefit when somebody is leaving the home. Second thing, you have to identify, is there any milk inside the home or inside the fridge? What is the quantity of milk? Third thing, based on these two information, you have to make a decision. Based on these two information, you have to make a decision. Will I shout it or will I not shout it? Will I speak it or will I not speak it? Is it really required to ping him or her or not required? And if you are ready with decision, then how to announce the decision, or you can say inform user for decision. Decision is required to announce it or communicate it, transfer to the user. Okay, so now you can see more detail. So basically, if you are leaving home, or then how can you identify? So basically, you have to sense the user with the help of sensor. Sensor will sense the user if somebody leaving the home. Then could be multiple questions are there. This is basically abstract level. Sorry. This is basically abstract level when we are telling to somebody. But actually when we are coming to implementation, we have to see all these conditions. So basically, what type of sensor is required? You know what type of sensor is required to identify that person is leaving home?
Motion sensor.
Very good. One is telling me motion sensor. Anybody else?
So ultrasonic sensor.
Good. Ultrasonic sensor. I think only 2 or 3 are replying. Others are sleeping. Okay. Next. Maybe camera.
Infrared sensor, sir.
Maybe camera is also okay.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
infrared sensor.
Yes, infrared also, camera also, motion also, ultrasonic also. Anything you can use according to the application. What kind of application you want to use. So like suppose there's a gate, you can put a camera. The camera can identify who is coming and who is not going, who is going. But that could be costlier solution. If you're simply using PIR sensor or motion sensor, you can easily identify with very cheaper way, is there any motion is there or not. Clear? The next thing could be, is it like motion is there, I understand, okay. But is it parent or children? Like somebody responsible guy is going, or maybe small children is going outside. So in case of children, we will not announce, na. In case of parent, we will announce. So we have to also identify what is the like who is going outside? Is it a parent or is it a child? So while I'm telling you basically an application point of view to understand the requirement of IoT and how developer thinks to implement the application. Overall, looking wise, it's a very brief application. You can say a fridge is just telling a person don't forget to buy milk. But besides that, how many components are working, that is my motive. Okay. After identifying the person, you have to think what is the reason? What is the reason of leaving home? Either he is going office, either he is going for playing, either he is going for market, either for fun, anything. So if he's going for office, then we don't have to announce it. We only announce it if he's going for market or some like evening walk. Then we can announce him to please don't forget to buy a milk. According to requirement, we have to also know the purpose when it is going. Okay, and could be other context. Could be like what could be the hours. If you're going late night, then there is no benefit. Store will automatically close. Early hour is also closed. So all these contexts is required to identify basically for when person is leaving the home. Clear? Next component could be there is no milk in the fridge. You have to sense the object. You have to sense the object. So how can you identify this thing? So what sensor is applicable for that? Any idea? Yeah, I know it is a tougher one. So any basic idea, like you can say camera. Anything more? Maybe weight sensor. So there could be possible any sensor we can use to identify is milk is there or not. Because we can use some kind of utensil, like some kind of pot is there in which we can use some kind of sensor to estimate the weight of the container. Okay. Next thing could be is really milk is needed. Sometimes you don't have milk but still you don't need it, or you also want to know the quantity, how much milk is there, is it half, is it full, is it zero, it is okay for night, we can bring it tomorrow. So in that case, it could be possible you can apply some kind of AI algorithm to learn the patterns when generally they are going for the buying the milk. Okay, next thing, so basically use this information. Let me clear this. Oh, it's not possible to clear. Okay, so use this information. So basically this sensor information and this milk information, both this information we can use it to make a decision. To make a decision. Okay, so decision could be like suppose you are taking two variable, One is for sensor, one is for milk. If your milk is full and no object is moving, then again, what is the decision? If milk is half and no movement, if milk is 0, no movement, if milk is 1, 0.5 and movement. So there could be multiple rules are there. Multiple combinations are there. According to combinations, you can make different rules or different decision. The decision you can tell to the user, but this rules making and finding a solution, you need a processor. You need a processor to process the data. What could be the rules? And there could be sometimes fixed rule and sometimes dynamic rules. So then you can use some kind of learning algorithms that will basically identify which kind of rule is before that is there and what kind of pattern we can predict with the help of learning algorithms. So with this rule, we can make a decision and that decision can be passed to the last stage of the implementing the application. Clear? Last one is basically informing to the user. So in this case, you just simply inform to the user. There could be how you want to, when you want to announce. There should be no privacy issue. There should be no subtleness, and there should be no information overflow. Like how you want to convey, maybe by message, by notification, by blinking LED or a house light, by maybe Google Home on Alexa, by putting alarm, maybe like wristband, notification, anywhere you can give the notification, or maybe in speaker. So these could be possibility of transferring the decision to the user. Transferring the decision to the user. Okay, then simple when it will be right time. Is it in morning hours or is it in evening hours? Privacy, there should be no data leakage. So suppose when you are going to the market to buy milk, when you are coming home, when you are going outside frequently, when you all are going outside the home frequently, there should be some data pattern is there, and this data pattern should be secure. You cannot leave all this data like publicly or somewhere else. So any theft or anything is there which can identify a pattern in this data and easily access your home. And there is should be no information overflow. Okay, so like you want to send some information only one time or two times, or some gap is there. Like this is not possible. You are sending multiple information to the person at one time. So we have to see all these possibility to making this application. So here you can see this is basically a small application, but to implement this application we have to see all these things. This is very abstract level. Now these are the like detailed level to implement that. Okay. So these are the related area terminologies there. Sorry for that, I think the previous annotation is there. So you can see embedded system are there. Like I hope you know the embedded system. Basically, you have seen in washing machine and in fridge, everywhere some kind of small microcontroller is there. That is some pre-built program is there to do some kind of task according to the sensors. That is basically called embedded system. Sensor network basically It's a network of sensors, different sensors we have placed at different locations, and these all sensors are communicating together to basically pass the information, and could be like doing a sensor fusion things. So we can use sensor network. Cyber physical system, basically you can say 4.0 industrial system is there. So basically we are like all IoT, drones, AI, everything is coming in the cyber physical system. So basically focus on interaction between physical and cyber system. Next is RTS, real-time system. So basically what we are implementing, that will focus on real-time constraint, real-time scenario. Then it will have some kind of benefits. Without that, there is no benefit, because offline mode is easy, but we have to take care of real-time parameter. And then you can say again the pervasive and ubiquitous computing, that is a like old thing. So you can say like these all area are helping us to design for IoT. Or maybe you can say like somebody got the idea of IoT making with the help of machine to machine or device to device communication. Before that IoT, like this name is there, is called Internet of Everything. We have designed this by Cisco system, and maybe somebody got the idea by watching this movie Skynet. How many of you seen Skynet? Terminator movie. I think
Yes,
you
sir.
are.
Seen,
Oh,
sir.
okay.
Yes,
I thought nobody have seen the movies also. Okay. So now we are jumping to the Internet of Things. So basically this term coined by Kevin Eston while working MIT Autotoid lab. So in the starting they are thinking like we can implement Internet of Things by the help of RFID, radio frequency identification. Can anyone give me example of RFID? What is RFID? Any famous example where we are using RFID? Anyone? Example of RFID?
ATM card, sir.
ATM card. Okay, the new one. Okay, NFC, or maybe you can say like a Wi-Fi ATM card, na? Okay.
it's attendance system.
Which one?
Attendance systems.
Attendance system you have in your lab, or in your.
No, sir. Just an application, sir.
Okay. Like anything more simpler, what you are able to see on daily basis, and right now Modi government have initiated it.
BRTS, sir.
Which one?
BRTS.
What is that?
So they will like a coupon, sir.
Not. I'm asking more simpler. That we are using
Fast
in
Track,
car.
sir.
Yeah. Who said? Who is the name?
Wasim, sir.
Wasim. Very good. So we are daily using FASTag. So FASTag is also example of RFID. So all our example are right. So like if you are able to see like in the every car is compulsory to use FASTag symbol. So basically it will use to deduct the money in the toll while driving the car. So this is also example of IoT. So the starting they have seen RFID is a good application for IoT. They have started building with RFID. So one major thing, it's called complete automation of data collection. So if you know automation, you have any experience of automation? So what is automation? So I can say like each technology is simply moving toward automation. You can say AI, you can say IoT, you can say blockchain, you can say deep learning, or you can say RPA. All are moving towards automation. It means simply you want to reduce the human effort. And to make the process automated. That was a major concern of each technology. So similarly, IoT is also for complete automation of data collection. So automation could be anything. Okay. Anybody know about RPA? Anybody have heard the word?
Yes, sir.
What is
Yes,
that?
sir.
Robotic process automation.
Automation.
That's great. Have you worked on that?
Yes, sir.
Is it like a part of your curriculum or a separate one?
Separates.
Online separate course.
Online?
Online course are separate.
Okay, so who have influenced you to do this course?
Our lecturer, sir.
That's great. So I will also suggest like who want to explore new technology, they can explore RPA. So this time RPA is so famous. Like you can say next 2-3 years the boom will sustain for RPA if you are learning this RPA technology. And if you have any doubt with RPA with UiPath, so you can contact to me. I can help you design the board. Okay, so like all these technology are moving toward automation. Okay, so so first article about IoT from MIT, it's called Internet of Zero. Internet Zero. Next, we can see vision and growth of IoT. So you can say the devices, number of devices are increasing day by day. So you can see we are dividing the devices totally in 5 category. Fixed phone means landline phone, mobile phone, PC, laptop, tablet, then IoT devices. IoT we have two kinds, cellular and non-cellular. Cellular means GSM, 4G, 3G, 5G, okay, and non-cellular means Wi-Fi, Zigbee, LoRaWAN, okay. Non-cellular means you can say device to device, and cellular means device to infrastructure. So you can see the growth of mobile phone and fixed phone are stable. And you can see the growth of cellular devices and non-cellular IoT is increasing day by day. Can you give me example? How it is increasing? Smartwatch, smart TV, precision agriculture. So you can see the IoT devices are using day by day from nearby scenarios. You can say smart light, fan, AC, all these are increasing day by day. You can see like the suppose population are increasing, but the number of devices will be remain same. But these consumption will going exponentially, because in a person of one person at a home, he may be using 10 IoT devices. One for the oven, one for fridge, one for TV, one for light. Could be all these things is inside the home. So that's why the growth of IoT is increasing. And you know, increasing the devices will also increase the data consumption by the user every day, or data generation you can say is increasing day by day. So you can see that like if we are talking about 2003, the population around 6.3 billion. 6.3 billion. Around 6 Arab, okay, or you can say 630 crore. Then the connected devices are around 500 million. Only 5 crore devices are there. Only 5 crores devices are there. Then what is ratio? Ratio is only 0.8. So it means every, if you are taking every 20th person have one device. Now you can see the scenario of 2010. In 2010, population increased to 6.8, and the number of devices will increase to drastically. It simply moved to 12.5 billion. In 7 years, it reached to 2 times. So every human have now 2 devices. Before that, 20%, from 20%, one person have device. Now every person have 2 devices. When we are talking about 2015, the ratio will reach to the 3.47. Every human have 3 devices averagely. And now when we are talking about 2020, you will see the population is around 7.6 billion all over the world, around 760 crore. Okay, but the devices are 50 billions. 50 billions. We can take it 5,000 crore. 5,000 crore devices we have, and every human have averagely 7 devices. Are you agree with this point? Is it possible? Are we having 7 devices? Anyone can claim it, like how we have 7 devices?
Smartwatch, tablet, and like that, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. Like I can just say you what I have. So I think one I have like MI band, one I have phone, one I have laptop, one I have Google Home, one I have Philips Light. These kind of way you can say I have 7 devices. These kind of way you can say I have 7 devices. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Just once again, I'm restarting my screen. Just a break for 2 minutes, guys. You can go for like washroom or like for drinking water. Just a break for 2 minutes. Okay, I came back. So I think I can start after 1 minute. Okay. So now after seeing the growth and vision of the IoT, now we can jump to actual definition of IoT. So what is IoT? Okay. So by the name it's clear, Internet of Things. So first of all, what is Internet? Can anyone explain me? As per your view, what is Internet? Don't look on like a definition on Internet. Just simple I'm asking, what is Internet? What do you think?
Connecting the devices.
Connecting?
Devices
What do you mean by devices?
from tablet to satellite or a smartwatch or a tablet like that, which helps to interact with the data or information.
Okay. Don't go like more typical. I'm just asking what is internet? So basically, you can say internet is a medium, so where you can access the data of somebody else's system to my system. I hope it's okay to you.
Yes, yes, sir.
From one system to other system. Okay. So you can say in normal language, we are saying internet is a network of network. And I hope network is clear. Network is basically, you can say, connection of system to system. That is network. And network of network is called internet. For sharing the data, sharing the information from one device or one system to other system. Clear? Now we are saying IoT. IoT is Internet of Things. Before that is the Internet of Systems, machines. Now it is the Internet of Things. Things means devices. Could be any device. Could be any device. Okay, so let me jump to the definition. IoT is a network of physical devices, vehicles. Physical devices could be anything, maybe a refrigerator, maybe my laptop, maybe mobile, anything, or maybe vehicle, car, bike, truck, anything, home appliances, maybe refrigerator, and other items. So IoT is a network of physical devices, vehicle, home appliances, and other items that are embedded. That device should be embedded with some kind of electronic circuit, electronics, some kind of software, some kind of sensors, some kind of actuator, or some kind of connectivity medium. Some kind of connectivity medium. So if we are saying this IoT system have all these options, all these embedded kind of electronic software, sensor, actuator, which enables these things to connecting two devices, collecting data to third device or maybe anywhere, or exchanging data. Like, is there any purpose is there? If any purpose is there, then we can say we are making a IoT device. Clear? Suppose you have one oven, one car, one refrigerator, one watch, all are making network. This network is basically for connection or exchanging data with some embedded hardware. Then we can say it's a kind of IoT. Clear? Or in simple language, we can say it. In simple language, we can say it. IoT refers to the connection of devices, reaching devices to the internet, reaching devices to the internet. It is clear? I hope definition is clear. There is no issue with definition.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your acknowledgement. And next, these are the building blocks of IoT. What are the components is required to make IoT system? Okay. So first of all, we need physical thing. or a system, appliances, which we want to make it smart. What device we want to make it smart. Okay, to make it smart, we have to include some kind of brain, controller, some kind of sensor, some kind of actuator, and some kind of network to connect with internet. So these are the 5 basic blocks of IoT. These are the 5 basic blocks of IoT. It is clear? So you can see, suppose you have one car. So in car you are putting some kind of camera and some sensors. So it will not hit to the back. Okay. These sensors are basically, you can say it's a kind of input medium. These will provide input. Okay. After this input, you will simply do some action. Like you will going back. When the input sensor input is coming, you will stop it. Yeah, now it will stop it because else it will hit to the wall. That call action. Action is performed, or you can say output. That is basically actuator. That is basically actuator. Sensor is input, actuator is output. In the layman language, you can say this definition. Sense will sense the environment, and actuator will perform the action. Okay, and from input to output, who will decide who will process the input and who will give us the output? That work will basically do with the help of controller or brain of the program, who will accept the input and give us the desired output. Give us the desired output. Okay. This, in the case of thing, is basically car. And suppose you want to transmit the data of distance or any other data from this car to other car, this car to other car, then you can say we need some kind of communication medium. We need some kind of communication medium. That could be Wi-Fi, Zigbee, LoRaWAN. Any device you can use it for communication from one side to other side. Okay, so this way you can say this is the complete building block of IoT. I hope it is okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can see the previous time is for IOP, Internet of People. Before IoT, there is a time of IOP, Internet of People. To do any work over internet, we need the help of human. Without human, we cannot use internet. or devices cannot use internet. Each kind of communication we need human, because to communicate from one human to other human we have only one medium that called internet. So people are connected with internet everywhere because the internet is everywhere in the world. So it is a primarily connection between people, between human. Okay, so like suppose you want to listen music, you want to send some photos, you want to capture video, you want to take some printout or scan, you want to do some kind of programming stuff, you all need internet because it's the only medium of internet between the people. But now IoT changed to IoT. Internet of people is changed to Internet of Things. Before, human is connecting with each other. Now devices are connecting each other. So basically you can see this is full of human and this is without human intervention. We don't need any human intervention in between that. So that's why we have used this IoT. IoT basically to make it automated without the human mistake. That was a major concern of IoT. So you can say the AC is controlled by their own. Please mute your mic, dear. Please mute your mic. Okay, so now you can see this AC is automatically controlling their temperature according to the requirement. According to the condition, they can see what the temperature is required. So the similar way you can see this traffic light can automatically control at circles. According to the traffic condition, they can simply turn on or turn off the light. There is no requirement to place a person or do the manual intervention. You can see there is a plant is there. The plant can automatically see that the humidity or basically moisture. According to moisture, it can automatically identify how much water is there and how much water is required. So we can put the water. Clear? There is a wristband is there. Wristband automatically will measure my heartbeat. So it can predict some kind of disease or some kind of problem of your health. So if any issue is there, it can just directly identify automatically and can tell to my doctor there could be severe issue possible. Like coffee making is also automatically start, and for electricity is also possible. So all these things can automatically start working according to the requirement. I hope it is clear the differences between IOP and IoT. So next part is IoT evolution, how IoT is evolved in the current time. So you can see before internet how humans are communicating with human when internet is not existing. So there is a fixed or mobile landline phone is there or SMS is there, that basically human can transfer their information from one place to other place. Okay, after that we got internet. After that we got internet, or you can say in layman language, internet of content. You can say internet of content, because this is only used for transferring the content or knowledge transfer, nothing else. It's the time of WWW, World Wide Web. So one human can transfer the information to other human with the help of email, or we can use for information gathering or entertainment purpose. That it's with the help of smart networks. After that we got smart IT platform. So these network with also with smart IT platform and services. Then the name is called Web 2.0. Web 2.0. So this have provided us e-system, e-productivity, e-commerce, e-networks, all these things. So before that is only for content generation or content gathering, content collection. And now internet is for our services. Internet is providing us services. So you can say simple example. Okay, give me order a phone for me. Okay, so internet will go to the store and will show us the product, what is the product, and simply deliver the product at our home. So that is the basically internet for our services. Internet for our services. Okay, after that we got smartphone and so-called apps. Okay, so now we have social media transfer the information. That was the time of internet of people, when everybody is connected with internet with their phones. Okay, so now they have multiple mediums, like people have Skype, YouTube, Facebook. All these information are basically used for transferring information. And maybe if you're talking right now, then maybe a famous one are LinkedIn, Snapchat, or maybe Insta. So these are the platforms we have, so we can use it for transferring the information. So how many of you have account on LinkedIn? Okay, Chetan, Ritik, Mohammad Wasim. Only 4? 5, okay. Harsha, Susanna. Yes, Devika, Saviti, Chaitra. Okay. And how many on Instagram? Jayant, Amrullah, Arpita, I think everybody have, huh? Okay. So guys, it's good like you are on Instagram, but also make an account on LinkedIn. For professional, like you are already in 3rd year, for you kind of professional guys, so better you can create an account on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn will give you a job opportunity. You can say I'm on daily basis, I'm getting one kind of notification that this employer have a requirement of this job. If you are posting twice in a week, so it's my humble request, you can create your account by today evening. If you don't have on LinkedIn, okay, so please create it. Okay, I will show you how to do more comments or more so you will find there are so many pages are there who will always at least know you about the latest technology, what are happening in the markets. So you can follow some common pages, follow some common famous pages who are letting you know about the new technology. So you can say there are, I hope you know what is a hashtag. The power of hashtag is bigger one. So by you are doing some post in your social media and you're tagging something, it's difficult. You can just tag a technology, hashtag IoT. So whoever interested in IoT, they can see your post and they can directly contact you for some kind of services. The use of social media in slightly in positive way. I'm not saying just drop the Instagram. This is also good. You can go for entertainment purpose, but again, try for also good purpose because they are generating money from Instagram from your side. If you are liking something, so that's why you can also use LinkedIn for your use to generate get some good contact, get ready for industry. Okay, thank you. So next we can see after these social media we got smart networks. We got smart networks. So smart devices and smart object data. So with this, we are coming to an era of IoT. You can say the communication between machine to machine. Now one machine can directly communicate with other machine without the intervention of human. Without the requirement of human. A person can directly communicate to other communicate, or the device can directly communicate to other device. So basically you can say it could be used for identification, tracking, monitoring, surveillancing, metering, automation, actuation, payment, transfer, all these things you can do with directly without the intervention. So like you can say now you can use your phone to do a payment. You can use your ATM card without swiping for payment. So all these things basically will help us to do the communication from machine to machine. You can say this way this IoT evolves. How IoT came in the picture with the help of internet and smart devices. And now you can see the problem is smart data, because now data is increasing too much. You have any idea how much data we are generating every day? We are clicking some random pictures, YouTube video, or we are just making some videos. Everything is stored on somewhere, or mostly you can say on Google servers. So exactly I don't know the numbers, so if you are want to explore, so generally around 10 to power 20 byte data, 10 to power 20 byte data we are generating daily basis. This much data we are generating on daily basis. So you can think how much storage devices we have requirement with these kind of stuff. Can you assume what is 10 to power 20 bytes? How much data is there? What is megabyte? What is 1 MB in form of 10 power? Can you convert 1 MB to 10 power? Anyone?
I think 5 to 6. I don't know exactly.
Dear, it's simple. Anyone else? So guys, this is very common question. I think you should be ready for placement because it's coming next year. So 1 KB is equal to 10 power 3. Okay, and if we are saying in terms of 2 power, then we can say 2 power 10. 1 MB is 10 power 6, or you can say 2 power 20. 1 GB is 10 power 9, or you can say 2 power 30. 1 TB is basically 10 power 12. 10 power 12, or you can say 2 power 40. So you have to remember all these numbers. So what I'm talking, you can understand. 10 power 15, 10 power 18, 10 power 20. So this much data we are generating day by day. You can say, again, if I will count it now, so maybe I can say this is a petabyte and this is maybe gigabyte. So 100 gigabyte, or you can say this much zero. And terabyte data we are generating day by day. So how you can store this data and how can you process the data? That's why job requirements are increasing in data analytics, IoT, AI. All these are like in the boom because of this constraint. Okay, we need engineers to solve this issue, solve this data. Okay. Now we're moving to the next slide. Basically, that is for people connecting with things. So before IoT, like human is directly jumping to the internet to do any kind of task. So suppose like a human is there who want to go for medical checkup. Monthly medical checkup, you can say. Okay. So what is the normal procedure? So he should be booking an appointment to hospital. He will assign some time and date. He will visit to the hospital. He will done the test. Second day he will get the reports. Then again meet doctor. No? Reports will come. Then meet to doctor. So all these things, manual process, we have to go through with that. Okay. And suppose he want to access the data through phone, then somebody from hospital will store the data on cloud. So you can see the data with the help of phone. Or if somebody want to monitor it through the app, then again it need a separate application. Clear? But suppose now we want to make it with IoT. So how we can make it? So this person can wear a smartwatch, or you can say something like a wearable system. So basically that will help it in generating the different parameters, or gathering the different parameters of the body. So now we don't want to visit separately to the doctor. Automatically all these sensors will sense the values of their health parameters, and these parameters will automatically store to the phone, or through phone it will go to the cloud or over the internet. And from internet the hospital can take the data and do some kind of processing. Doctor can see the data and can apply, can see the up and down. If any up and down is there, it can directly inform to the patient and call to the patient if any emergency. Or right now you can say our technology is increased so much, there is no requirement of hospital even. We have some smart algorithms that can automatically predict if anything happen. So you can say this is the use of IoT, how IoT is making your life smoother. Is there any comment on this?
No, sir.
Okay. So now I can show you one more example. So now you can see things connecting with things. One more example is there. Suppose you have one car, maybe BMW. So you can say smart car is there. Okay. So this car is connected with sensors, and sensors are connected with internet, 3G, Wi-Fi, anything could be possible. Okay. So suppose you have a smart car, when you want to drive it. So you will not drive it. What you will do? If you have a car of BMW, then you will not drive it. Then what you will do? You will simply fly it. You will simply fly it. Are you convinced with me? So when you are flying, it would be dangerous for others, and we have to stop that. So because every time this road has some speed limit, 100 kilometer per hour, and if you're going further than that, then police should have to stop you or put some fine to stop the accident and everything. Okay. So how can we do it? Either this police person will stand to each road, all networks, whatever we have, to measure your speed limit of car, or we can make it smarter. To, without requirement of police person, we can use it. Okay. So we can place one sensor for speedometer, for sensing the speed using speedometer. If it is crossing 100, it will just send an alarm to the police station. With this simple implementation, you can see your purpose is solved. And whenever it's got the alarm of high limit, it will just generate a challan of $1,000. Is it okay? This application is worthful. So similarly, we can use different sensors for different applications. So you can say one we can use for petrol pump. We want to identify the next petrol pump before empty the tank. Our service provider is interested or always ready to ensure me if any error is there, if any issue is there. Okay. So the service provider will call me, your car has issue, please come for repair. Or maybe like some scheduled maintenance is there, then you have to visit to the service center. Or suppose you have a self-drive car, then what will happen? Then what will happen? Then what will happen? Basically, your car will automatically go to the service center. And will automatically work on that. Is clear? And maybe two cars can communicate each other for informing anything important. Okay, so this is the major example of things connecting with other things. So you can see these sensors will automatically connect to police station, fuel pump, service provider, other cars. All the things possible with simple connection with sensors with internet. I hope it is okay. So next is where is IoT? So I think I can stop it after this slide because I think later I can start later. So where is IoT? So simple is IoT is everywhere. There is no restriction where you can plan this IoT or not. You can apply IoT everywhere. If any restriction is there, then your thinking is the restriction and your innovation is the restriction. If you can't apply IoT, make it bigger, then you can say IoT is everywhere. You can apply IoT everywhere. So you can say maybe for smart lights, fridge, global communication or internet, mailing, or maybe for analyzing the data, washing machine, logs, camera, mobile, oven, smart home, maybe for flight communication, or maybe for shopping, for cloud, for TV, for webcam, for playing, for hospital. Everywhere you can see you can use smart home or basically IoT. Okay, so okay, I'm giving you an example. Can you make a chair smart? Is possible? Is it possible to make smart chair? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
How?
If a person comes, sir,
Okay.
it detects the distance between the chair and him, sir.
Then what will
If he
happen?
comes front toward the chair, it goes back to
Okay.
just have a seat on him.
So what is the benefit for that?
So doing the manually, sir, it does automatically, sir.
Okay. Like so, you are saying according to a direction, in which direction is coming, the chair will move.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nice. More. More useful application like this is also useful, like more like intensive, useful.
It's a wheelchair, sir.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that is example is there already. Wheelchair. So basically, smart chair is there, or for disabled persons.
Measuring weight for health purpose, sir.
Yeah.
Measuring weight for him for health purpose.
Okay, that is also good. Like good idea. We can also measure the weight of a person with smart chair.
And the portion where he is sitting, like straight or
Posture also, that's great. So we can also identify the health issues if any posture is different. That's great idea.
Heart rate monitor.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, like heart rate and disease and all these things. Okay, heart rate sensors we can attach. So have you seen any video like in which there's a room is there and there's a meeting hall is there. There are some chairs are there. And after meeting, these chairs are basically in different positions. And when the coordinator is come inside, he will just simply clap. After clapping, it simply all the chairs are arranged to the proper location. Have you seen the video?
Parking chairs, sir.
Yeah?
Self-parking chairs.
Self-parking chairs. Oh, that's nice name. Have you seen the name or like you have just designed it now?
No, sir. My friends had made that project model.
Okay, that's great. So you can see the like, if you want to watch the video, self-arranging chairs. Or maybe like what she's telling me, self-parking chairs. So both things are okay. So you can see this project. They have made a project like chair will automatically arrange according to their position after the meeting postponed, after meeting finishes. So you can see there is no limit to make the IoT, to use the IoT. Always the issue with your thinking, your capabilities. There is no other issues to use the IoT. Okay. So I think now we can take a small break.